So what should your first comic be like? I have sometimes have wondered if I should start with something that's easily popular. So once I get popular and successful and even get paid making comics, I can make my real comics, like the comics I am actually passionate about. And that's something that stemmed a bit from reading Bakuman. Bakuman, if you don't know, it's about two kids who want to make a comic, and something they mention and is that they try to make something that at first it's popular because they know that they want a target audience of guys. They want to write for guys. And they know that with guys, what's popular is stories with swords and lots of action and stuff like that. At the end of the day, they do not make something that's popular. Actually, for many years, they make something that plays better with their strengths because they are a little darker than most mainstream popular comics. So instead of making like a Naruto comic, they end up making comics that also challenge a bit the psychology of human mind, and it's a little bit darker than what it should be for a mainstream audience. It's just that it was a more complex story than what most audiences wanted to see. So sometimes I have wondered if me as an author girl, knowing how to write romance, because romance can be a little bit easier to communicate than other more complex conflicts, like to transmit you that someone has an unrequited love or a broken heart is super easy, super fast, and people get the emotions super easily because everyone at some point in their lives, or at least most of the people, fall in love sometimes, so it's something very easy to communicate. So sometimes I have wondered if I should start with a romance that's easy to do, so I get a lot of female readers, especially, and after that success, I make my own stories. And I have encountered lots of authors and comic artists with that same question, and even some of them that they plainly say that they are selling out, and the way they are doing that is by making porn when they do not want to make porn. There are a lot of artists that do like to make porn comics, and those comics are very successful. But I do think that there are people that do not like to make those porn comics, but they are only doing that because those comics are easily successful. I have encountered even people that have said to me that they do not really like it, but it's just the only way that they will be successful with their current skill level of art. At the end of the day, I questioned about this a lot, and I ended up making my own comics without caring whether they will be popular or not, because here's what happened. Here's how I thought about it. When making a comic, it's something I'm passionate about, and I am willing to work for it during a lot of days and trying to improve my skill each time because I am passionate about the story and what I am creating. Honestly, making a simple romance story, I do think that I can do that, but I am not currently passionate about that. I do like more stories that have something as a main topic, and on top of that, they have romance. To make a story that's just about romance, for me, it's not something that inspires. To make a comic that, whether you are making a porn comic or like a story you do not really want to create, or you make a story you do want to create, it's very unlikely that someone wants to pay you for it right away anyway. So I preferred to bet on my own stories. At the end of the day, you are making this comic thing for yourself. Whether you make money from it right now or you do not make money from it in a long time, it won't matter because it is something that you love. So that's the mindset I had when I decided to not make the successful stories and just make my own stories, the things I'm passionate about, because I'm convinced that your passion shines through your work, and that's why many comic artists that make porn, because they love to make porn, they will make it better than you if you are trying to make a porn comic and you are not passionate about it. I honestly do not like reading or creating porn comics, but it's something that I respect if you're passionate about it. It's different for every person. Maybe you like mystery comics and you do not like any other kind of comic at all. And that's okay, because that's what you love and that's what will keep you pushing through when you are having burnout or you are exhausted making your comic, or when you really want to give up making comics because it's something that maybe no one is paying you for, when you are feeling sad and you are like, what's the point in me making this comic? Because it's something you love, you will keep pushing. That's something that I wanted to say very quick. Hello everyone, I am MG. I didn't introduce myself at the beginning of this video, but whatever. If you want to see more videos about comics and stuff, just subscribe in that red button over there. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Tell me what you think about this topic. I think this is something that can be discussed, not something that I will just give my opinion and that's it. Comment down below what you think, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!